Good morning. We're here with Michelle Cicero. Michelle, good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you today?
So good. It's great to see you again. And I really appreciate you coming on here and just kind of sharing your experience and your journey of being a candidate with ConnectGen for our client Amity. And what you experienced. I know I called you or reached out to you through LinkedIn about a week ago. Things move pretty quick here. So maybe you can just explain how that process was for you and how you enjoyed that journey.
It was so simple, Russell. It really was refreshing. You messaged me on LinkedIn. It was like about a week ago. We connected that same day, had a great conversation, and that was on a Thursday. The next day you referred me to your partner who wanted to do a Zoom recorded conversation. That was fabulous. And then on Monday, I get a call from you with fabulous news that the employer had reviewed it and was happy to move forward.
Yeah.
And then we had the in-person interview Thursday. So you're talking exactly 7 days after our first connect. And by the time I got home, I had a phone call and was offered the position. And I
Yeah,
have to tell you, the whole experience was just enjoyable. I enjoy the whole thing. If you're in the business and recruiters want to have the initial conversation and it leads on to the next conversation. And there was one that I was talking to you while, talking to you at the same time with them. And my question always is, how soon are they looking to onboard? Well, this is our first conversation and I would like to have a second conversation. So the whole interview process is going to be 4 weeks.
wow.
Then if they want to have an in-person interview, if it's local, if they want to have an in-person interview, then that'll be part of the 4 weeks. If they want to extend an offer, well, now that's about week 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And then by the time we onboard you and get you equipped and everything, now we're looking around an 8-week process. Is that okay with you?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you and I were talking about that a few days ago. You had mentioned that you were so happy with the speed of our process and how, you were able to secure this career opportunity in literally less than 3 days or 4 days, I think it was. So I'm big on that too. I think time is your worst enemy in recruiting. I've been doing recruiting for 27 years, and I know that so many opportunities have been lost because people drag their feet. There's just too many steps in the process, and not to undermine the importance of taking your time and finding the right hire. I get that, and I'll always respect that. But there is a fine balance there, and a level of respect for candidates when it comes to speeding up the process if it's the right candidate.
And I appreciate that. And it came through, especially in our very first conversation. I have to tell you, I told my family, oh my goodness, I'm so excited because this was a conversation. It wasn't, with so many recruiters, it's very cold, it's very robotic. The questions that they're throwing at you because they want to either trip you up or they want to establish their red flags. And I've always had that conversation. Why can't it just be a discussion? If you really want to get to know what my qualifications and experiences are, wouldn't that be the flow?
Yeah, I think and you're exactly right. It's become a problem. There's so many recruiters now that have flooded the industry, the recruiting industry. And a lot of these agencies, they work for free, right? And so they bring people in, train them on how to be recruiters, and they put some pretty strong KPIs and metrics on them to make 100 cold calls today and talk to 50 candidates today and submit 20 candidates today. And it's just so transactional. It takes the human touch out of what we do, which is why we're different, right? So we only do retained search where we collect a payment up front from our client. And we actually turn down more business because most clients don't want to do that model, which is fine with us because that's a red flag. And we know what's going to happen if they don't do that, right? It's going to take weeks. It's going to be such a headache. And it's not going to be a great experience for our candidates like you had with us. So, I mean, and not to mention, Michelle, you were a perfect candidate. I mean, I wish every candidate was like you. You always followed up with us. You were like 30 minutes early when I met you to walk you into my client. And you were so excited along the way, and you asked really good questions, and you were very confident in yourself and your skill set, which I really appreciated. And so just, to reciprocate with you, it made my experience an awesome experience. And I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you very much. No, it was just, I said the whole thing was refreshing. Your approach, Clarence, your partner, and you're both just fabulous at what you do. And you too can see the confidence in what you do. You're self-assured, and you knew just how to approach the whole process. So that's why I wanted to be sure. And like I was telling you before, when someone does a job that's great and their approach is clean, and I mean, it was just so smooth. It was smooth sailing the whole time, and it really, really was enjoyable. And then the way you knew how to fit me with a client, let's talk about that for a moment, because I don't want to be a part of this large corporate environment anymore. I've been in it long enough. I've been in the industry for 15 years, and I've just been a part of it to see the changes. I really don't like the way it's going, to see the way, like you're talking about, it's always about the bottom line. So I wanted to really be more a part of a small broker. I wanted to bring my skills, my experiences, my talents to a small broker and be a part of something that's growing organically, not something that's already established and now the bottom line is the only thing that they think about, So this way, so the way you knew how to fit me, that is remarkable in itself too.
Yeah, no, thank you. I think it just worked out all around in a great way. I'm just so happy with, the results for you, the results for our client. They were above the moon after you left their office. They, the CEO contacted me, and the first thing he said was, Russ, I never doubted you and your team. You nailed it. You found us the perfect candidate. We are so elated and excited to get Michelle started here. And, for me, that's like everything. That's the most rewarding and fulfilling thing for what I do. So it just was a great experience. And then you calling me on Friday and sharing your experience, which is what prompted me to get on video here with you, because, I just think if anything, more recruiters can learn from this experience, right? That you really have to maintain a level of respect and humanity with people, no matter what, even if they're not a good fit for a job, they still deserve respect and attention and some type of follow through. I hear it more than often that most recruiters just never follow through. They don't get back to candidates. They don't call them back. They don't email them back. And that is the wrong way to conduct business. It's not respectful. And so if anything, I hope recruiters that are watching this that are newer to the recruiting space, will operate in a different fashion.
Yes, exactly. There was another recruiter that, oh my goodness, your experiences. I have so many places I can place you. If you're going to be talking to anybody or accept another offer, let me know. If you're going to do this, let me know. That way we can always stay in contact. Okay, well, you know me, I keep my end of the bargain. And so I tried calling, and I emailed and said I accepted an offer. Crickets, nothing, no reply, no. There was one recruiter that replied and said, oh, congratulations on your offer. But there was another one who, no, nothing. So
yeah, it's a shame. And I'll get off that in a second here, but more recruiters need to understand that when they take care of people the right way, that person could become their client in the near future. Like case in point, Michelle, you're going to have a very influential role at our client where, you're going to have to hire some people in the next few months here. And I feel confident I'll be the first recruiter that you contact to help you. So, it's just, there's so many reasons for just having respect for people. And, but Michelle, thank you so much. I'm so happy for your start date here coming up on Monday. I'm happy that you were able to get the full compensation that you were looking for. And just the fact that you can get out of the house now and be part of a team in a small environment, which is what you wanted. So I can't thank you enough for everything.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll be talking continuously now for sure.
Thanks, Michelle.
All right.